सुहासिनी सुमधुर भाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् कोटि कोटि कंठ कल कल निनाद कराले कोटि कोटि भुजैर्धृत खरगरवाले अबला के नमा एतबले बहुबलधारिणी नमामि तारिणी रिपुदलवारिणी मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
A very good morning to one and all present here. Myself Jasmine Khan from class 5C representing Gandhi House is going to deliver a speech given by an Indian political activist and poetess Sarojini Naidu where she addressed America in 1928. The speech goes like this. Friends, I come to you from many thousand miles away as the ambassador of a very ancient country to the youngest nation in the world. It may surprise you to a country which you have been taught to regard as conservative, have chosen a woman to be its representative and ambassador. But if you read the whole history of the Indian civilization, you will realize that the woman has been the very pivot of its culture, of its all the inspirations and of all the embassies of peace that have gone abroad for many centuries to the uttermost parts of the world. What my country says to you, it says in the world of the old Hindu prayer that rises up in every home night after night. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers, sisters, teachers, and all the honorable judges. I am Adrakshi Datta of class 5B and today I am going to represent Gandhi House. Now I am going to tell a speech of Jawaharlal Nehru. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in his story, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation long suppressed finds utterance. It is fighting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people and to the still larger cause of humanity. At the dawn of the history, India started on her unending quest, and trackless centuries are filled with her striving and grandeur of his failures and success. Through good and ill fortune alike, she has never lost her sight in the quest. Forgotten ideas which gave her strength. The achievements that take place and the achievements that await us. Are we brave enough and wise enough to grasp the opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? Thank you.
Good morning, respected brother, sister, teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Piyush Bindal from class 5A, representing Naidu House, and I am going to deliver a speech given by the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, a tryst with destiny. This speech was delivered to the Indian Constituent Assembly in the Parliament on the eve of India's independence. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge. Not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to new, when an age ends, and when the soul of the nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. The ambition of the greatest man of our generation has been to wipe every tear from every eye. That may be beyond us, but so long as there are tears and sufferings, so long our work will not be over. And so we have to labor and to work, and work hard to give reality to our dreams. Those dreams are for India, but they are also for the whole world. This will mark the birth of an independent India, a free India, which was suppressed. So we end today this period of misfortune, and India discover herself again. Thank you.
Good morning, respected principal, headmistress, teachers, judges, and all my dear friends. Today I, Vivashwan Shaurya of Naidu House, am going to deliver Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's speech which he gave to the INA at a rally of Indians in Burma in the year 1944. Friends, 12 months ago, a new program of total mobilization or maximum sacrifice was placed before Indians in East Asia. Today, I want you to realize once again what a golden opportunity we have for winning freedom. The British are engaged in a worldwide struggle, and in the course of this struggle, they have suffered defeat after defeat on so many fronts. The enemy having been thus considerably weakened, our fight for liberty has now become very much easier than it was 5 years ago. Such a rare and God-given opportunity comes once in a century. We have sworn to fully utilize this opportunity for liberating our motherland from the British yoke. I am so very hopeful and optimistic about the result of our outcome. Millions of our countrymen are well prepared for maximum suffering and sacrifice. But without arms and without a modern army, it is impossible for disarmed men to win freedom in this modern age. But through the grace of providences and through the help of the generous Nippon, it has now become possible for Indians in East Asia to get arms and build up a strong modern army. Indians should themselves come forward and pay the price of freedom. No one here should have the dream to live and enjoy freedom. All of us should have but only one desire, to die a martyr's death. Friends, my comrades in the war of liberation, today I demand of you only one thing. Above all, I demand of you your blood. It is blood alone that can avenge the blood that the enemy has spilled. It is blood alone that can avenge and pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I promise you freedom. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Good morning, respected brother, sister, jury members, and all my teachers. I am Sayan Sen from 5C, representing Shastri House. On the auspicious occasion of our 72nd Republic Day, I would like to deliver the speech given by Bal Gangadhar Tilak on the first anniversary of the formation of the Home Rule League in 1917 at Nasik. I am young in spirit, even if my body has grown old. The young spirit inside me is still alive. Freedom is my birthright. This feeling of freedom, no weapon can cut this, no fire can burn it, no water can drown it, no wind can blow it. The science of politics teaches us that we cannot achieve through slavery what we can through home rule. The political progress is the pillar of our nation. Who does not understand the meaning of home rule? If I enter your house as a guest, reside there forever. And if I do not pay heed when you oppose, would you like it? The British are ruling over us for the past century, and they say we are not fit for home rule. We all must save the soul of our nation from this custody of foreign rule. It is not that difficult to attain Swaraj. Today, only once, voice echoes. Now or never. Thank you.
Good morning, respected brother, sister, the Jew remembers AMAD teachers. I am Riti Vishwakarma from 5C representing Shastri House. On our 72 Republic Day, I am going to deliver Hasana Mehta's assembly speech while presenting the flag to the nation. In the absence of Srimati Sarojini Naidu, it is my proud privilege on behalf of women of India to present this flag to the nation through you. I have a list here, nearly 100 promoted women of all community who had exposed a desire to associate themselves with the ceremonial. They are hundreds and hundreds of other women could equally like to participate in this function. It is in the witness of things that the first flag that will fly over this august house should be a gift from the women of India. We have fought, suffered, and sacrificed in the cause of our country, freedom. We will have today attend our goals in presenting the symbol of freedom. We once more offer you services to the nation. We pledged ourselves to work for a great India, for building up a nation will be a nation among the nation. Thank you.
Respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends, I Vanshi Agarwal of class 6C, Tagore House, am here to speak a few words about APJ Abdul Kalam. On 25th May 2011, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said that I have three visions for India. In 3000 years of our history, people from all over the world have come and invaded us, captured our land, also from Alexander onwards. The Greeks, the Brits and the France looted us. My first vision is that of freedom, my second vision is India development, and my third vision is India must stand up to the world. Thank you.
Good morning to each and everyone watching this video. I am Aviprata Tripathi of class 5B and I am representing Tagore House in this online declamation competition. I am going to present before you the famous speech of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who was a great leader in the freedom struggle of India and was the founder of Azad Hind Fauj. He delivered this speech in Burma in July 1944. Here is an excerpt from that famous speech. Friends, 12 months ago, a new program of total mobilization or maximum sacrifice was placed before Indians in East Asia. Today, I shall give you an account of our achievements during the past year and shall place before you our demands for the coming year. But before I do so, I want you to realize once again what a golden opportunity you have for winning freedom. We should have but one desire today, the desire to die so that India may live, the desire to face a martyr's death so that the path of freedom may be paved with the martyr's blood. Friends, my comrades in the war of independence, today I demand of you one thing. I demand of you blood. It is blood alone that can avenge the blood that the enemy has spilled. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I promise you freedom. Jai Hind!
Good morning to one and all present here. I'm Nandini Bisla of Gandhi House and I will be representing Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who is known as the father of the Indian Constitution. So let's start. The task of the drafting committee would have been a very difficult one if the Constituent Assembly has been merely a mottling ground, a tessellated pavement without cement, a black stone here and a white stone there. There would have been nothing but chaos. The proceedings would have been so dull if all the members had yielded to party discipline. Party discipline in all its rigidity would have converted the whole gathering into nothing but a group of yes men. Luckily, there were rebels. The points that they raised were mostly ideological, and I am so grateful for them. But for them, I would not have had the opportunity which I had for expounding the principles underlying the Constitution. The Constitution, as we know, provides organs for the state such as legislature, executive and judiciary. The factors for the functioning of these organs depend on the people and their political parties. Political democracy cannot last unless it lies below social democracy. Now, what exactly does social democracy mean? It means a way of life in which equality, fraternity, and brotherhood are recognized as the main principles of life. In order to save the Constitution, we sought to enshrine the principles of the government, of the people, for the people and by the people. This is the only way to serve a country, and I know of no better. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone, respected principal, teachers, members of the jury and all my dear friends. Today I, Shobhajit Chakravarti from class 8B representing Gandhi House is going to speak a declamation speech which was being spoken by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So far as the ultimate goal is concerned, I think none of us need have any apprehensions. None of us need have any doubt. But my fear, which I must express clearly, is this. Our difficulty is not in the ultimate future. Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mass that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity. Our difficulty is not with regard to the ultimate. Our difficulty is with regard to the beginning. So, I must have thought that in order to make a start, in order to induce every party, every section in this country, it would be in the act of the greatest statesmanship for the majority party, even to make a concession to the prejudices of the common people who are not prepared to join with us on marching. And it is for that I propose to make this appeal. Let us leave aside slogans. Let us leave aside words which frighten people. Let us even make a concession to the prejudices of our opponents and bring them in so that they may willingly join with us on marching upon that road which, as I already said, if we walk long enough, must necessarily lead us to unity. I want all of us to realize whether we are right or wrong, whether the position that we take is in consonance with our legal rights. I say, leave aside all these considerations and make an attempt so that the people who are not prepared to come will come. Thank you.
Good morning and a very happy Republic Day, respected brothers, sisters, teachers, jury and all my dear friends. I am Trishani Sengupta of class 7B and I am representing Naidu House. Today I am going to speak the speech of Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India. Friends, I come to you from many thousand miles away as an ambassador of a very ancient country to the youngest nation in the world. It may surprise you that the country which you are taught to regard as a conservative should have chosen a woman as a representative and an ambassador. But if you read the whole history of Indian civilization, you will realize that women has been the very pivot of its culture and of all the embassies that have been abroad for many centuries to the uttermost part of the world. Friends of the New World, I arrived only last night, past the Statue of Liberty that stands as a guardian for your freedom to the gateway of the New World. And with the intention of being unfamiliar with, my spirit feels that it has come home to the new version of old things. What my country says to you, it says, the world of old Hindu prayers that rises up night after night. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. And I think whether it's the old world or new world, the whole purpose of our civilization is to store and to sustain peace for our homes and for the homes for our nation. Thank you.
Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and all my dear friends. My name is Pranay Chacharya of class 8A and I am representing Naidu House. Today I am going to deliver a speech given by Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose gave many memorable speeches during his lifetime, like the one calling upon Indians, you give me blood and I promise you freedom. In the first place, I would like to thank you most heartily for the warm and enthusiastic welcome that you have given me on the occasion of my public appearance in East Asia, and for the assurance that you have given me of your wholehearted support to our effort to liberate our dear motherland. I received numerous telegraphic and postal messages from you, direct, and all of them gave me great joy and satisfaction. You know that I am always optimist. When the world forces are helping us in this way, our task has automatically become very much easier than what it would be. I am overjoyed to see that we have already realized that the responsibility of winning freedom does not rest merely on the shoulders of our countrymen at home. It is but natural that they should bear the bunch of burden and India, and they are doing so already. But at the same time, every Indian, no matter where they are living at the present time, must contribute to its country. I am convinced that India cannot hope to be free until all Indians are living abroad perform their duty in this moment of world crisis. Our countrymen, sisters and brothers have been doing their duty in these circumstances at their best level in which they are placed, but the enemies are ruthless and desperate. If therefore we want to expel British power from India, we have to fight against the enemies with its own weapon. Thank you.
Hansa Jivraj Mehta served the Constituent Assembly from 1946 to 1949. She was a member of the Fundamental Rights Subcommittee, the Advisory Committee, and the Provincial Constitutional Committee. On 15th August 1947, a few minutes after midnight, Hansa Mehta, on behalf of the women of India, had the honor of presenting the Indian national flag to the Assembly. This was the first flag to fly over independent India. Good morning, respected brother, sister, teachers, members of the jury, and all my dear Jamesonians. Today, I, Ananya Fukan, representing Shastri House, stand before you to deliver a speech given by Hansa Mehta. Mr. President, sir, in the absence of Srimati Sarojini Naidu, it is my proud privilege on behalf of the women of India to present this flag to the nation through you. I have a list here of nearly 100 prominent women of all communities who have expressed a desire to associate themselves with this ceremonial. There are hundreds and hundreds of other women who would equally like to participate in this function. It is in the fitness of things that this first flag that will fly over this august house should be a gift from the women of India. We have doomed this saffron color. We have fought, suffered and sacrificed in the cause of our country's freedom. We have today attained our goal in presenting the symbol of our freedom. We once more offer our service to the nation. We pledge ourselves to work for a great India, for building up a nation that will be a nation amongst nations. We pledge ourselves for working for a greater cause to maintain the freedom that we have attained. We have great traditions to maintain, traditions that made India so great in the past. It is the duty of every man and woman to preserve these traditions so that India may hold her spiritual supremacy over the world. This flag be the symbol of the great India that may ever fly high and serve as a light in the bloom that threatens the world today. May it bring happiness to those who live under its protecting care.
Good morning, Honorable Principal Sir, respected teachers and all my dear friends. I, Lakshra here, Class 8C, representing Shastri House, is here to deliver a speech. I am going to deliver a speech given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Here I start my speech. We should know how to handle, not only how to handle success, how to handle the failures. Particularly if you are in the management environment like you at Wharton. Yet I want the young people to understand how to manage the failure. Because any task you do, you have to come across problems. Problems should not become the captain of the individual or the project chief. The project chief should become the captain of the problems and defeat the problems and succeed. Learning. Learning uses creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge and knowledge makes us great. History has proven that those who dare to imagine the impossible are the ones who break all human limitations in every field of human endeavor, whether science, medicine, sports, arts or technology. The names of the people who imagine the impossible are engraved in our history. By breaking the limitations of their imagination, they change the world. You take C.V. Raman, you take Newton, you take Einstein or you take Chandrasekhar. By breaking the limitations of their imagination, they change the world. Innovation and discoveries have emanated from creative minds that have been constantly working and imagining the outcome. The telephone, he was imagining the outcome. Imagine the outcome with mind. With imagining and constant effort, all the forces of the universe work for that inspired mind, thereby leading to invention and discoveries. What did I learn from the youth of 11 million people? I learned that every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world around you is doing its best day and night to make you just like everybody else. Now the question is whether you want to be you or everybody else. You want to be you, not everybody else. Now if the question be like, everybody else is convenient at the first glance but not transferring in the long vision. The challenge, therefore, my young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight and never stop fighting until you reach your destined place. That is the unique you. Thank you.
Subhash Chandra Bose was an Indian nationalist whose patriotism made him a great hero in India. He is mostly known for his role in India's independence movement. Therefore, I, Antarjita Rakshit, representing Tagore House, is going to give a speech by Subhash Chandra Bose. This is Subhash Chandra Bose speaking to India, my countrymen in East Asia. While I am in Tokyo, I would desire to say a few words for you, and I have no doubt that you will give them consideration. In the first place, I would desire to thank you most heartedly for your warm and enthusiastic welcome that you have given me in Republic Day in East Asia. I am very proud of you, and for your assurance that you have given me and your power of security, that you have given me, I am very proud of you. Your strength to liberate our motherland gives me strength. You are our pride. I am very overwhelmed to see your burning patriotism and the spirit to tackle this fight. I have received numerous telegraphic and postal messages from you direct or others I have read in the press. And these messages has given me great joy of satisfaction. I am very satisfied, and you already know that I am optimized, never reject. And I have to say this, that these messages has extended my expectations. I can only say in reply that I am very proud of you. I am overjoyed to see that you have already realized that the recognition of our pride is in your hand. It does not only depend on the shoulders of our countrymen alone. You have to bear the burdens, and you are already doing so much, and I am very proud of it. You have to do it, and at this point of time, we Indians, it's our duty to show our joy and our satisfaction in the final victory. It does not depend where you are, and at what state you are, but it's our duty. We cannot expect anything from others except India, cause our enemies are ruthless and devils. They can go at any cost, so we have to. If therefore we want to finish British rule from India, we have to fight with our enemy with our own weapons. Jai Hind.
Good morning everyone. Today I, Kirti Agarwal, representing Tagore House, stand before you to declaim the world famous speech by Swami Vivekanand delivered at Chicago on 11 September 1893 that stirred the entire world. Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of Mother of Religions, and I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. I am proud to belong to a religion that has taught the entire world both tolerance and universal acceptance. I'll quote to you, brethren, a few lines from a hymn which I remember to have repeated in my earliest boyhood and which is every day repeated by millions of human beings. As the different streams, having their sources from different paths, which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. A declaration to the world of the wonderful doctrine preached in Gita. Whosoever comes to me in whatsoever form, I reach to him. All men are struggling through different paths which in the end lead to me. In the end of my speech, I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in the honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanatism, of all persecutions, with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal. I hope that the world will come together and raise humanity above all their personal objectives. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
A very warm good morning to Honorable Principal, Headmistress and my dear teachers. I am Aditi Chetri of 11A representing Gandhi House, and today I will be delivering a speech by Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. So far as the ultimate goal is concerned, I think none of us need have any apprehension. None of us need have any doubt. But my fear, which I must express clearly, is this. Our difficulty, as I said, is not about the ultimate future. Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mass that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity. Our difficulty is not with regard to the ultimate. Our difficulty is with regard to the beginning. Mr. Chairman, therefore, I should have thought that in order to make a start, in order to induce every party, every section in this country, it would be in the act of greatest statesmanship. For every majority party, even to make a concession for the prejudices of people who are not prepared to march together. And it is for that I propose to make this appeal. Let us leave aside slogans. Let us leave aside words which frighten people. Let us even make concession to the prejudices of our opponents. Bring them in so that they may willingly join us on marching upon that road, which, as I said, if we walk long enough, must necessarily lead us to unity. And if I, therefore, from this place support Dr. Jankar's amendment, it is because I want all of us to realize that whether we are right or wrong, whether the position that we take is in consonance with our legal rights, whether that accords with the statements of May 16th or December 16th. Leave all that aside. This is too big a question to be reduced to merely legality. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers, sisters, teachers, and all my dear friends. I'm Tanuj Dasgupta from class 9B representing Gandhi House. The topic for my declamation is Jawaharlal Nehru's speech on ending nuclear tests. So, the ultimate analysis is war must be abolished. War will not be abolished till there is a change in human being. That is a big question. I do not feel competent to argue it. But there is no alternative left. So, we must have disarmament. We must live in a world where there exists no war as said. But a present step is an urgent step. That is to bring an end to all the nuclear tests happening, not only due to its horror and the abomination of these tests being carried out when told to us that every test, every single series of tests, I don't know how many 100,000 children, born and unborn, being affected, and 1 million already affected. The horror of which seems to me amazing that a thing like this is continued on the clear grounds of decency. Leave out anything else. Continuing these tests will bring the possibility of war nearer. It creates an atmosphere of arms raised in fear. And the possibility of these accidents happening is because it is recognized today that no country will deliberately go in for a nuclear war. But it is also recognized that accidents are likely to happen. And if they happen, well, the result is the same. Whether it's deliberate or an accident, war starts. And once war starts, it brings with itself all its terrible consequences in its train. A nuclear war. Thank you.
Good morning, brothers, sisters, teachers, and all my dear students out here. I am Joel Goon of class 9B representing Naidu House. Today, I am here to deliver one of the speech of our great freedom fighter, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, delivered in Burma in 1944 to the members of the Indian Army. Friends, 12 months ago, a new program of total mobilization and maximum suffering was placed before the Indians of East Asia. Today, I shall give an account of our achievements during past year and shall place before you our demands for the coming year. But before I do so, you need to realize what a golden opportunity we have for winning freedom. The Britishers are engaged in worldwide struggle, and in the course of this struggle, they have suffered defeat on so many fronts. The enemy, having been thus considerably weakened, the fight for our struggle is so much easier than it was 5 years ago. Such a rare and God-given opportunity comes once in a century. That is why we have sworn to fully utilize this opportunity for liberating our motherland from the British yoke. I am so very hopeful and optimistic about our struggle because I do not rely merely on the struggle of 3 million Indians in East Asia. There is a gigantic movement going on inside, and 3 million of our Indian countrymen are prepared for maximum struggle and suffering in order to achieve liberty. Thank you.
A very warm good morning to all. I am Anmol Rathi of 11th B and I am representing Naidu House. Born on 23rd January 1897 in Cuttack, Odisha, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was India's most popular freedom fighter. His motive for India was so strong that he founded All India Forward Bloc, later known as Azad Hind Force. Today, I am going to deliver the speech, Give Me Blood and I Promise You Freedom, which he made in Burma in 1944 to the Indian National Army. Friends, today I shall give you an account of our achievements in the past years and shall place before you are the demands for the coming year. But before I do so, I want you to realize what a golden opportunity we have for winning freedom. The British are engaged in a worldwide struggle where they have suffered defeat after defeat on so many fronts. The enemy, having been thus considerably weakened, our fight for liberty has become very much easy than it was 5 years ago. Such a rare and God-given opportunity comes once in a century for liberating our motherland from the British yoke. I am so very hopeful and optimistic about the outcome of the struggle because I do not merely rely on the efforts of 3 million Indians in East Asia. There is a gigantic movement going on inside India where millions of Indians are ready for maximum suffering and sacrifice in order to achieve liberty. Unfortunately, ever since the great fight of 1857, our countrymen are disarmed, whereas the enemy is armed to the teeth. Without arms and without a modern army, it is impossible for disarmed people to win independence in this modern age. A long fight is still in front of us. We should have but one desire, the desire to die so that India may live the desire to face a martyr's death, so that the path to freedom may be paved with martyr's blood. Friends, my comrades in the war of liberation, today I demand of you one thing above all. I demand your blood. It is blood alone that can avenge the blood that the enemy has split. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I promise you freedom. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, in the Constituent Assembly speech, calls upon the members to take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and let her attain rightful place in the world and make full contribution to the welfare of mankind. A very good morning to everyone. Today, on this auspicious day, I, Anik Shakar of Shastri House, is going to deliver the speech Test with Destiny by the first Prime Minister of independent India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Long years ago, we made a test with destiny, and now the time has come when we shall finally redeem our pledge. Not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the whole world sleeps, India will awake to light and freedom. A moment comes, but comes rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an agent and when the soul of a nation long suppressed find utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people into the still larger humanity. At the dawn of history, India started on her unending quest and trackless centuries, and today we end a period of ill fortune and India discovers herself again. The achievement we celebrate today is but a step, an opening of opportunity to the greater triumphs and achievements that awaits us. Are we brave enough to grasp this opportunity and accept the challenge of the future? Freedom and power bring responsibility. The responsibility rests upon this assembly, a sovereign body representing the sovereign people of India. The service of India means the service of millions who suffer. It means the ending of poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. And so, we have to labor and work hard to give reality to our dreams. Those dreams are not just for India, but for the entire nation. The appointed day has come, the day appointed by the destiny, and India stands forth again, after slumber and struggle, awake, vital, free and independent. It is a fateful moment for us in India, for the whole world too. A new star rises. The star rises in the east. A new hope comes into being. The new star never set and that hope never being betrayed. On this day, our first thought should go to the architect of the freedom, the father of our nation, and all to the unknown volunteers and the soldiers of freedom who without praise or reward served India even unto death. We have work hard ahead. And to India, our much loved motherland, and we pay our reverent homage and we bind ourselves afresh to her service. Jai Hind.
Good morning everyone. I, Ishita Parekh of class 11A, representing here Shastri House, orating before you a few excerpts of the famous speech given to evoke the women power in India and different suppressed sections of the society, to make them join the freedom struggle wholeheartedly, so that making the movement a mass movement. This speech also assured the people that they have a brighter future awaiting for them in the independent India. The original speech was given by none other than but the Bulbul-e-Hind, Dr. Sarojini Naidu. Now I am quoting her. My dear sisters, I want to tell you something which I hope shall be passed to all over the country by you. Please don't think that as a woman you cannot join this struggle movement. A woman has a lot to give to this society. I am also a woman, only a poet. But I pledge that as long as I am alive and as long as this blood flows through the arms of mine, I shall not leave the cause of freedom. As a woman, I shall give to you the weapons of faith and courage and the shield of fortitude. And as a woman and a poet, I shall flung out the banners of songs and sound, the bugle call to battle. This is how I shall kindle the flame which shall waken you all from slavery. Now I want to say something to my brothers present here, who call and claim themselves to be the original masters of this land. I shall assure you all that there shall be no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed and status in the independent India. And I hope that by the smallest minority of this country shall realize that they have a jealous, vigilant and a loving guardian who shall not permit any more privileged to encroach by even a hair's breadth of their birthright of equity and equal opportunities in this country. Thank you.
Pleasant morning to respected brother, sister, honorary judges, teachers and all my dear friends. Today on the auspicious occasion of Republic Day, I, Mihiran Chaudhary of class 11A representing Tagore House, is going to deliver an excerpt of a speech delivered by Mahatma Gandhi. On the 11th of March 1930, the crowd swelled to 10,000 at the evening prayer held on the Sabarmati sands at Ahmedabad. At the end, Gandhiji delivered a memorable speech on the eve of his historic march. In all probability, this will be my last speech to you. Even if the government allows me to march tomorrow morning, this will be my last speech on the sacred banks of the Sabarmati. Possibly, these may be the last words of my life here. The program of the march to Jalalpur must be fulfilled as originally settled. Let there be not a break of peace even after all of us have been arrested. Let no one commit a wrong in anger. This is my hope and prayer. I wish these words of mine reach every nook and corner of the land. Civil disobedience of salt should be started. These laws can be violated in 3 ways. It is an offense to manufacture salt wherever there are facilities for doing so. The possession and sale of contraband salt, be it natural salt or salt earth, is also an offense. And the purchasers of such salt will be equally guilty. To carry away the natural salt deposits on the seashore is also an offense. It is likewise violation of law. So is the hawkening of such salt. Let our pledge of truth and non-violence as the only means for the attainment of Swaraj be faithfully kept. Let all who are cooperating with the government in one way or another, be it paying taxes, keeping titles or sending their children to official schools, etc., withdraw their cooperation from all. A satyagrahi, whether free or incarcerated, is ever victorious. He is vanquished only when he forsakes truth and non-violence and turns a deaf ear to the inner voice. God bless you all and keep off all obstacles from the path in the struggle that begins tomorrow. Thank you.
Good morning and a very happy Republic Day. Today I, Pratiksha Shah, representing Tagore House, and I am going to deliver a speech given by the famous freedom fighter Dr. Subhash Chandra Bose on 4th July 1944 in Burma to the members of Indian National Army. Here I go. Friends, 1 year ago when I made certain demands of you, I had told you that if you give me total mobilization, I would give you a second front. I have redeemed that pledge. The first phase of our campaign is over. Our victorious troops, fighting side by side with the Nipponese troops, have pushed the enemy back and are now fighting bravely on the sacred soil of our motherland. I had asked you for men, money and materials. I have got them in generous measure. Now I demand more of you. Men, money and materials cannot by themselves bring victory or freedom. We must have the motive, power that will inspire us to do great deeds and heroic exploits. It will be a fatal mistake for you to wish to live and see India free simply because victory is now within reach. No one here should have the desire to stay alive and enjoy freedom. A long fight is in front of us. We must desire but one thing today. Desire to die so that India may live. Desire to face the dead body of a martyr so that the path of freedom may be paved with the blood of the martyr. Friends, my comrades in the war of liberation, today I demand of you one more thing. I demand of your blood. It is blood that the enemy has split. It is blood alone that can fight for the freedom. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, respected principal, teachers and all my dear friends. My name is Arada Bishukarma. My school name is Shamjam School. I read in class nursery A. I am Lani Lakshmi Bhai. Good morning everyone. I am Nilaji Sakar from class nursery A. I am Purdi Jaya Leru. My father's name is Motilal Leru. My mother's name is Swarupa Rani. Kids Jain call me Chachachi. Chachachi was born 14 November 1889. I love my country. Aram Haram hai. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you. Good morning, brother, sister, and my friend. My name is Rizin Singh Patel. I study in class nursery A. My school name is Amjan School. Today, I describe myself as Savitribai Phule. I am the first lady teacher who fight for women education. Women पर पत्थर फेंकते गए और मैं भारत की बेटियों को पढ़ाती गई. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Bye bye. My name is Pukiti Baroi. My school name is Chandran. I study in class nursery A. I am Mohandas Karanchand Gandhi ji. Jai Hind. Good morning, teachers, headmistress, principal, and my dear friends. My name is Ayushi Ekta. I study in class nursery. मैं रानी लक्ष्मी बाई हूँ. है फिरंगी मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी, नहीं भाग फिरंगी भाग. भारत माता की जय हिंद. Thank you everyone. Good morning everyone. I am Chirag Goyal. I'm class nursery. I'm going to read Bhagat Singh. Inqilab Jindabad. Inqilab Jindabad. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. Thank you. My name is Lavanya Ika. I study in nursery A. आज मैं भगत सिंह का कलेक्टर करने वाली हूँ. मैं भगत सिंह हूँ. हल्फलोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल पे है. देखना है जोल कितना बाजुए का दिल पे है. भारत माता की जय. ऐसे भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. My name is Aditya Sarkar.
I read in.
I read in class nursery 8.
I am a
soldier.
Wish you
Wish you
all
all
a
a
happy
happy
Republic
Republic
Day.
Day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, my respected teacher. My name is Kongonjur. I study in class nursery. My school name is Chandgamkur. Now I going to speak about Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He was the first Prime Minister of India. He loved children very much and children call him Chachaji. He was born on 14 November 1889 in Allahabad to Motilal Nehru and Sarojini Devi. Jai Hind. Morning, ma'am. My name is Pratna Chetri. I'm reading nursery A. My school name is Sanjay School. रानी लक्ष्मीबाई. मैं अपनी झांसी किसको नहीं दूंगी. Good morning everyone. I am रानी लक्ष्मीबाई. मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी. भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय. वंदे मातरम. Thank you. Morning ma'am. My name is Shuryansh Roy. I read in class nursery. I am Subhash Chandra Bose. Jai Hind. Good morning everyone, teacher and all of you. My name is Naisha Gola, study in nursery A. My school name is St. James School. आज मैं बनी हूँ सरदार भगत सिंह. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. देखना है जोर के बाजुए का दिल में है. इनकलाब जिंदाबाद. इनकलाब जिंदाबाद. भारत छोड़ो. जय हिंद. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, my name is Jayada. My chachi name is Najia. Miss School. I am Chandrasekhar Achat. हम चाहती लाइके. हम चाहती लाइके. जय हिंद. जय हिंद. हाँ. I am Peter Fatentia. हम जय हिंद. जय हिंद. Thank you. Good morning, teacher and my brothers and teachers and my parents. I am Ashley Agarwal. Temple to nursery A. मैं रानी लक्ष्मीबाई बनी हूँ. मैं अपनी दास की नहीं दूंगी. अन्य तो बालक तो लो. Hello everyone. My name is Agarwal. I am Bhagat Singh. मेरा धर्म देश की सेवा करना है. जय हिंद. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, brothers. Good morning, teachers, and all my friends. My name is Pema Deva from 7th class. I study in class 7. My from 7th class. I am Lakshmibai. Rani of Jhansi. This is my Jhansi. I am grade 2. My name 1. Rani of Jhansi. This is my Jhansi. Bhaat Ramdi Bhaat. Ramdi Jhansi. This is my Ramdi. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. Thank you. Jai Hind. Good morning everyone. My name is Good morning everyone. My name is Bhavya Agarwal. I study in nursery. मैं झांसी की रानी लक्ष्मीबाई हूँ. मेरे होते हुए कोई भी अंग्रेज भारत माता को हाथ नहीं लगा सकता. हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव.
खूब लड़ी मर्दानी, वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी.
Thank you. Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Mishira. I'm from nursery. My topic झांसी की रानी. So let's start. मैं हूँ झांसी की रानी लक्ष्मीबाई. मैं अपना झांसी किसी को नहीं दूंगी. जय हिंद, जय भारत. बाय. Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. I am Anand Jinder from class nursery B. Again, I am Subhash Chandra Bose, a great freedom fighter. तुम मुझे खंडो, मैं तुम्हें आजाद दे दूंगा. जय हिंद. Thank you. My name is Shamridha Shah. I am Bhagat Singh, freedom fighter. Jai Hind. Good morning to you all. My name is Caroline Nadinari. I read in nursery B. Today I am first woman Prime Minister of India. India Priya Darshani Kai. My slogan is Garibi Hatao. Jai Hind. Thank you.
सिंह हूँ. मेरे प्यारे भाई और बहनों, भारत माता की जय. भारत माता की जय. वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम.
My name is Rinmasa. I study nursery. I am Lakshmibai. मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी. Thank you. Good morning, Miss. आज मैं बना हूँ भगत सिंह. इनकलाब जिंदाबाद, इनकलाब जिंदाबाद, इनकलाब जिंदाबाद, इनकलाब जिंदाबाद. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sakshi Nirmal. Studying class nursery. My school name is St. James School. Today I am Tejas S. Sarojini Naidu. I am the first woman president of India. Thank you. Good morning, brother, teacher, sister, and my dear friend. I am Amrit Singh. I study in class nursery B. Today in representing Sardar Bhagat Singh. सर भरोसे की तमन्ना, अब हमारे दिल में देखना है जोर कितना. बाजू है काठी में. वंदे मातरम, इनकलाब जिंदाबाद, भारत माता की जय. मैं शांत स्वरूप मोटो हूँ. मैं महात्मा गांधी बना हूँ. जय हिंद.